Welcome back to Mega Man 02. Last time we fought the new 4th Guardian, Burble Heckalot. He's just a frog. We also briefly met with El Pizo, but he got the key to the Dark Elf from X, after having his babies just hassle our poor friend. So now we're going to continue following El Pizo. That's kind of just the theme of really all of these missions. But the good news is, now we're fighting the actual Guardians. Honestly, yeah, if you don't have any of the supplemental materials, you would never know that supposedly Burble Heckalot was the candidate for 4th Guardian now that Phantom's dead. I certainly never knew that until reading things for this LP, so that was very fun to learn. I'm never not going to be amused by the fact that that guy is just the new candidate for Phantom. Alright, so we're off to the next mission. In the old Crystal Caverns. Why do they call it that? We'll see in a minute. For now, it's just barren lands. Don't know what the heck that is in the background. I mean, it looks vaguely like those Ladybug ships, but I mean, it has a lot less color than they did. Also, it's very large. I think that's a different ship entirely. Anyway, though, yeah, we've just got this field of broken down machines, but we will go down to a different section in a moment. Oh, we also have these parts. Those might look vaguely familiar. We've also got a hidden cyber elf. Cause why not? Also, it's really annoying to get out here without dying. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the stage overall. I think this one is mostly kind of annoying, mostly because of its cyber elves. Especially this one, which is a bit of a pain to get to, though. When I was looking up, like, how I'm supposed to do the jump to do this, a lot of people were complaining. More than I ended up doing. You know, it's hard to do this on top of the other cyber elves, like the one where it's in a pit that can very easily kill you. But honestly, on its own, it's actually not too bad. I've seen much worse jumps in Mega Man. I did that one in Wheel Alligate stage without any sort of assistance, which was not a good idea on my part, but I did it anyway. So anyway, by hitting this thing, it will reveal a certain color of crystal, but it'll also release those enemies as well. Of course, these platforms do always exist, but you do need to know generally where they are, because there's a good chance you will die if you miss. It's also worth noting that the guys here will drop a cyber elf, so you do need to kill a bunch of them. I'd imagine if you're a speedrunner, though, you can probably just kind of decimate that whole segment without paying much attention to it. Anyway, though, so, we've got a minute. Especially since we've got a mini-boss here, there's just an electric golem shoved into the corner. So, I figured it's about time to bring the complete works back out, because we're at the Guardian stages. Which means it's time to read a quick little bit from this about the 4 Guardians. Alright, so, this one comes from the question, please tell us about the 4 Guardians, which, straightforward. Initially, they were going to be replicas of X, so they were all blue, but when Nakayama handed in their designs, they were different colors. The real point of having the colors is to emphasize their elemental natures, since X is able to use all the elements, red is for fire, and so on. At first it was met with a lot of resistance, as we had preconceived notions about how red was for Zero and blue was for X, but we eventually all agreed that the colors made it easier to tell the characters apart at a glance. Their heads are quite unique, but their bodies are largely the same, so without different colors, it would be difficult to tell them apart. It's easy to tell them apart with illustrations, of course, but once they're composed of dots, it gets much harder. Next question is, who came up with the names for the 4 Guardians? Nakayama had the names in the margins for his drawings, but that wasn't his intention. For example, in the Harpooia drawings, the word Harpooia was supposed to be the name of the sword wielded by the character. It was a sword. Oh really? Laughs. But there are many other examples of character names coming from misunderstandings like that. An example would be El Piso, which was going to be the name of the mother elf. Nakayama had also intended that the baby elves take the names Isos and Pesos, but somehow they ended up assigned to El Piso's followers. Now the world knows how unorganized we are. Laughs. The following question is, who is the most popular of the four Guardians? That would be Harpooia. A lot of fans liked him, which led him to getting a bigger role in the overall game. Oh, and we're coming up on the ship. Okay, so first and foremost, yeah, we've got some mind control soldiers here. You lose mission points if you kill them. You do get a guaranteed extra life, though. But I don't think that's worth it in the slightest. Now, this is the ship that was conducting the bombing raid, so this is indeed the stage that initially you would not be able to return to. Some people just finish that mission and then assume like, oh, well, you can't come back here anymore. No, you just have to find it in the stage. Once we clear Crystal Cavern, we can also go to the airship as well. Of course, we actually can't enter the full thing. That'd just be a waste of time anyway. So, I can't get the Cyber Elf. I forgot purposefully didn't get to. Yeah, not doing that right now, but I'll get it later. Oh, and we're actually done, so, hey, oh, are you eating? There's not, like, some kind of corpse over there, is there, El Piso? Okay, but not from cannibalism, right? Oh, well, there he goes. Don't know what that was about. However, here's the most popular of the four Guardians. He's here, it's Harpooia. He's the guy all the fans like. So anyway, yeah, he's looking for a beacon. Yeah, that seems like something we should be concerned about. Maybe we should work together to go get him, Harpooia. Maybe you should be a little less, oh, it's the Resistance, and more, we should stop this specific guy, because we don't like him either. Anyway, here's Harpooia, except more annoying, because he does that instead of just sitting down. So yeah, he's a little more all over the place, and oh, he's also got that lightning attack in which he calls down lightning. And here's his EX attack. You just need to go back and forth as much as you can, as quick as you can. Thankfully, you do have a lower center of gravity for dashing, so yeah. Now we have to deal with this again. It's very easy to get hit by this one, ask me how I know. So, yeah, I guess he's not a joke of a fight anymore. But, man oh man, I don't like this version of it. It's just Harpooia's fight, but more annoying. Also, if you thought the other characters were the only fight perverts, don't you worry, Harpooia's also into it. The Guardians are simultaneously masochists and sadists. They like both. You punch them, they love it. They punch you, they love it. Can't get enough of it either way. They're just really into Zero. In ways in which we should be very, very worried about them, and it's not gonna help my rank, is it? Ugh, 12 points. Ugh. We did get an EX skill from Harpooia, though. That's cool. Finally get something from him. Alright, so, we do have some more stuff to do, even though we're done with the stage. Because, like I said, we are going back to the ship. Okay, yeah, it's an IFF beacon, specifically. So, yeah, looks like he wants to disguise some sort of craft as a friend. I mean, I'd imagine for some reason he's going to Neo Arcadia. There could be a number of reasons he'd do that. So we'll have to thin down what he might be looking for in the next two missions. First though, Cyber Elves. We're actually starting with old Andrew before we go back to the ship because he's finally got something for us. Hey, remember how he had a story early on? Well, once you clear this mission, now he'll quiz you on it. It's not enough to just listen and not tell him that you're disinterested accidentally. Oh no, you've got to remember it. You gotta remember that he worked at the bread factory. Another shift at the bread factory. Oh, now that's just rude. It's a creek, but come on. I feel like he's doing this on purpose, just...
He says he's listening to my stories, but is he? I'm gonna get him this time.
He did not, in fact, become famous. Ah. Well, I guess he's kind of making a point here. Okay, so anyway, we're getting the Cyber Elf and then we're gonna go back to the ship, so... let's continue on with that question I was in the middle of. So, Harpooia is the most popular. Ito continues with, Fefner was labeled as an idiot early on. Rude. So I think he was at a bit of a disadvantage. And then there's, well, it's okay that Fefner ended up as an idiot. Rude. It's Leviathan that I wish we could have saved. She turned out two-dimensional? I mean, that's better than one-dimensional. That's usually the insult most people use. As just a combat-crazy character, I would have liked to flesh out her character a little more and take her in a different direction. To which I have to say, oh sure, it's fine when the guy is fight horny, but Leviathan is fight horny and she's just two-dimensional? I mean, still, it does still sound better than one-dimensional. That's typically what I say when it's not a particularly good character. But yeah, I do like Leviathan, though. It's kind of nice that they actually acknowledge, like, hey, we had the woman one, and we probably could have given her a bit more to work with. Fefner apparently is just always just gonna be the combat guy, though. That's always his role. We're just calling him an idiot, and that's it. That's the whole story there. Who cares about him? What, you think somebody is just going to randomly choose one of the four Guardians as a username years down the line? Just because it sounded cool? Pfft, no, that's not gonna happen. That would be stupid. Who would do that? And then there's Phantom. To tell you the truth, Phantom was supposed to be a bigger player in the overall picture. When the four Guardians took their place as Zero's rivals, Phantom was the one that looked the most like Zero. Zero fights with a saber, and at the time, Nakayama's drawings showed Phantom with a saber as well. Zero's hair is almost scarf-like, and Phantom is wearing a little scarf-like thing. Because of these things, when Zero and Phantom were depicted in battle, they looked like serious rivals. In the end, he didn't become Zero's rival or much of anything else, but with Intai Creates, Phantom will always be the favorite since he is considered to be Zero's rival. And then there's a thing I have to blank out because it's a spoiler. Just don't ask any questions. You don't need to know. It's definitely not how he's going to be replaced again by Burble Hecalot's brother in a later game. That won't happen. And before we go, fun fact, for some reason, Harpooia is like the only standard boss in this game that gives you a line of dialogue when you die to him. Why? Because he's everybody's favorite, I guess.